With that, I would request Mr. Sanjeev Jindal, please come and introduce yourself. Thank you.
Thank you. My all brothers and sisters, thank you so very much. Without you, this evening is not possible. And my dear competitors, thank you so very much that I think first time we all together in person. Thank you everyone. As most of you guys know me, my name is Sanjeev Jindal. I am a candidate of New York City Council District 23. The day I immigrated in US in 2003 as an engineering background in town and country planning, I came with the American dream. And the day I landed here, I found out that I don't know where to go. I have so many dreams in my eyes, very energetic guy, but I don't know where to go. And nobody is there to hold my hand and took me somewhere where I can do the job, I can find the job. There is no internet on that time. I remember that AOL dial-up system is there and we are trying that how it's going to work. There is no smartphones on that time either. So I did everything what a common man does. I drive a taxi, that is a first-hand experience. I work as a cashier in 7-Eleven right on the Little Neck Parkway on Hillside. I did tuitionings. I drive coffee truck to feed my family. Eventually I end up in the insurance industry. I became insurance broker. And since then I find my American dream. Every day the community support me that level that one day I think that community gave me so much. And my doors are always open in my office in Richmond Hill. Even though I'm doing my insurance brokerage, but I'm serving the community. Those people who visit my office, they know that what is our working style in our office. Anybody can come. Doors open, any kind of a services on that time you need, doors are open. Then community guide me that let's do one thing, let's incorporate something that we can do in a legal format. We create one organization called South Asians for Empowerment and New York City knows the name by SAFE. We start doing health checkup camps, financial literacy courses, ESL courses, basically empowerment is the key. My mom is a teacher, she taught me all the life that education is the most powerful weapon. That's why I did my engineering. I have two sisters, they both graduated as a master's. That is the only reason because of my mom guiding us every single day. And that's what I find out. Since then, 2014, I started involving with political campaigns. And from that, I figured out the worst thing. That our involvement in this country is close to nil, zero. No representative from our end. The policies are drafting for us, but we are not there. Our emotions are not there. I start working with Congressman Gregory Meeks, Adrian Adams, Jennifer Rajkumar, Donovan Richards as a volunteer to learn and to represent our community. But I am never there to run as a candidate. I am not a politician. I am engineering background and I am a small business owner. So I have a first-hand experience of the small business owner as well. When I find out that there is empowerment, lack of empowerment in our communities, so that's what we start that organization, South Asians for Empowerment. And our campaign lines, you can see that everywhere, that American dream, making American dream possible by empowering communities through education and awareness. It's good to give you the fish, but it is always better how to go for it. That is the key. That is the major point. And in this election, I think what I am looking for, it is already there. From South Asian background, there is 4 candidates already there. Our community is getting empowered. As my fellow competitor Linda Lee said, their communities don't go out and vote. That is the same problem with us too. That is exactly same problem with us. 58,000 registered Democrat voters, never ever goes more than 8,000 to the polling stations in the primary. You can calculate how much percentage is it. How many, as a South Asians, if you look at your numbers, how many percentage you are in this district? Or how much percentage you guys are in the Queens? 1/3, more than 33%. We are the South Asians in the Queens. And tell me which is your candidate? Elected official? No one. Why not? When you are going to get your fair share, when we are going to get our fair share. In this election, our campaign's biggest agenda is safety, public safety. Absolutely against on anti-Asian hate crimes. Absolutely against. We need more patrollings from the police. That is what our biggest agenda is. We definitely need to fund the police and make the balance to put them on the accountability. That is the first agenda in this election. Second is, we need to implement technical environment starting from the elementary school. Why? Because all the time we cannot blame technology, because technology is going up every single day. You cannot blame technology. In future, more and more is coming. I am coming from engineering background. I graduated in 1998. Since then I see that how the technology is going up every single day. We are working on 128 MB RAM. Now you have 20, 30, 40, more than 128 GB RAM. It comes up now. So that is the reason we need to put the technical education for our elementary school kids up to the high school grade. So they are going to graduate with the skilled work as a skill in their hand. So they can do the job, they can open their business. That is the second agenda. Third is healthcare for all. We all need to make sure nobody left behind because of the healthcare, as our President Biden said. All need to be treated as equal. Small business revival. Small business means it is a self-employment. It is not a business. We create that employment for ourselves, by ourselves. We are living one of the wealthiest country and always have a money problem. Why? Nobody is teaching us how money works, how the finance works. That is the biggest problem. We need to understand that one too. So small business revival, we need to make sure it is going to be happen. It is not the fault of a landlord. It is not the fault of a tenant. The reason is during the pandemic, Main Street America got hit very badly. Most of the stores closed down. Most of us, we are small business owners. Second thing, because increasing in technology, everyone has a smartphone. In the smartphones, you guys are just ordering the stuff. It's coming in your doorstep. Nothing wrong with that. It is going to increase more and more in coming future. Don't be surprised on that one either. But we need to make sure how we are able to make sure that our America's backbone, Main Street America, is going to survive. We need to give some kind of incentives who has less than 10 employees. How we need to give the grants. We need to make sure that city has to give some relaxation on the taxes. And also, importantly, we need to work on the commercial rent control as well. Because commercial rent control, my mean is, it is going up and up every single day. And on the real estate end, because we are the single family homeowners. Single family homeowners in this district, in Queens and in New York City also. We need to make sure if you go a little bit on the north side of it, the taxes are so high. We need to put a cap on that one. It cannot be treated, one house is paying 7,000, another is paying 27,000. There is so many issues. Our infrastructure that need to be fixed. You can go to the Queens Village side, the roads are horrible. You cannot even walk, forget about drive. People are driving so fast on the roads, we need more bumps on the roads. We need to make sure that our communities are going to safe enough